Okay, YouTube. Shalom. This is Sister Kate out in our field where early in March I planted some crops. I'm out here at the end of the season because the crops are ripe. And as you can see behind me, lots and lots of weeds. Even with the weeds, food grew. So I wanted to show you right here our feed beets for animal feed. And right here are human beets for human feed. And both of them, to me, were a success. Now, if you're one of those gardeners from a city, then, you've got a whole lot more control of your atmosphere. You don't have weeds in the woods and deer, rabbits all coming out to see what you're doing. But I do. And so that's why this was an experiment. And I found that, here, let me show you how I kept weeds down at the very beginning. Put the black plastic down, it killed the weeds and it kept the ground underneath soft. And then I planted out in there. And so that was my technique. It was an experiment just to see how productive this property was. And then right here is an excellent example of how productive it can be. That is a turnip. The turnip is having grasshoppers chew on it. Same conditions where rabbits or deer or whatever could wander by and nibble on it. It had bugs on it. And yet I threw some rabbit manure down here. And it has worked as a really good fertilizer. So I've got a beet in here that's a turnip in here that's just huge. And it's growing these greens, so I'm picking the greens to eat still, because that's my reason for wanting turnips. Here's one of those beetles. I don't think you can see it, but it's having its lunch. And then I will pick these greens. And then eventually, I will pick that turnip as well. But I have little turnips that I've picked right down here. And I'm going to have to come to a stopping point for the day because it's after lunch and I need to get back down to the cottage. But I am going to come back up here and finish clearing out these turnips and probably replant up here. I wanted y'all to know that I've produced enough food to get Pastor and I through the winter meagerly with just these roots, because you can make a lot of really healthy soups with these roots. And so that's why I still consider this experiment a success. Even though, I maybe have 2 to 5 pounds. We're two people, we don't eat a lot, and we, of course, would supplement. So you guys can do this. You can get out, you can plant somewhere, and do an experiment and see what you grow. Shalom. Bye.